I had just gotten home from work and we finished supper, and my wife had heard about the story through Facebook, and then looked on a news website and found it.
They found news that a 5-year-old autistic boy was lost in the woods near Prescott, Wisconsin, and they decided right away to join other volunteers in the search.
We just kind of talked to the investigators. They kind of had told us where they were going to go with some of the bigger search parties and volunteers, where they were bigger fields and stuff where they could walk hand in hand with a large group. And with Autumn and I out there, I thought we could go to some of the remote areas or some of the tougher areas where maybe not everybody could get to. And so we just started walking, started at the house, and kind of maybe thought like a little boy, and I thought maybe Autumn would go in the right direction, and started walking along the railroad tracks just a little bit to find a place to go back into the woods, and being as steep as it was and as wooded as it was, we found a little opening and started heading up into that area, and I don't think we were into the woods maybe more than 50 yards, and Autumn just started heading off. So I just naturally followed. I know where particularly I was going. I didn't know any better than maybe Autumn did, so I followed her, and I heard, it sounded like a crying. I stopped for a minute just to kind of catch my bearings to see where the sound was coming from. Autumn obviously was still heading towards that direction, and I heard the noise again. I started running as fast as I could towards the sound, a sound that wasn't supposed to be in the woods. It was pretty easy to pick out when you got close, and Autumn was sitting there, and I went up to him and kneeled up in front of him, just because it was such a steep slope. He was kind of holding himself up in a little area, and I had a water bottle in my hand and that was the first thing he grabbed, was a water bottle out of my hand, and at that point, kind of gave him a quick glance over, but you could kind of tell he was doing okay. Hi, Autumn. And then the very next thing was call 911. And probably 5-10 minutes, and EMS was coming up the hill towards us. So that was a pretty welcome sight. You could hear the helicopter, you could see the people coming, and that made me feel a lot better. Probably give most of the credit to Autumn. We're a team, but I think she was kind of the driving force there, and I wish that everybody could be involved. I heard there was 1,000 volunteers at the high school. There were so many people involved that we were just part of the team. So that's kind of how I feel about that. It's a great honor, but hopefully I can share it with everybody.